Hello and welcome to Season 1, Episode 3 of Chuck vs the Inane running commentary. Today's episode will be Chuck versus the Tango.
Just so you are aware, there will be spoilers in this episode of the commentary that may range from Season 1 to Season 5. If you're opposed to spoilers and would not like the show spoiled, I would recommend watching the show in its entirety first.
If you would like to watch along with your own copy of the episode, please start playing now.
3, 2, 1.
It is an ugly painting. Why is it just in a worse?
I feel like I've seen a plot similar to this in something else.
You probably have done.
The frame being more valuable than the painting.
You notice how they just put the case of money on the painting, so it's a good thing that the painting's not worth anything.
Yeah. What was it in? That's gonna mess me up all night now.
I have no idea. Get him with his English accent.
There is no honor among thieves.
What a piece of crap.
He's right. It is a piece of crap.
Please don't shoot. Don't shoot me. Just put the gun down. Gently.
I can't shoot. That's the problem. Stupid thing is busted.
Why is he stood on the stool?
It does seem a bit odd that there's just a stool randomly there.
It must be because they couldn't get him in frame properly. Yeah, that's it. He just tweaks those two screws. Where's the second player's gun?
Big Mike comes to see you. Not now, Harry. Can't you see I'm with a customer? I apologize, sir. This is not normally how we do things. If buy more.
Now, Chuck.
I was just on my way to see you. That's crazy. Pause that.
I love the Big Mike.
Why did he have to pause it? Because Chuck clearly wasn't playing.
I don't know.
You mean existentially, like?
Unless he wasn't supposed to be playing it.
Kind of a thing, or are we talking more practically, like Lakers tickets, personal steam rooms?
Talking buy more. Career objective. What do you see yourself in 5 years?
Honestly.
If you were ever asked that question, if you're working in a, not even like a high-end electronics store, and your boss asks you what do you see yourself doing in 5 years, 10 years, if your answer is not immediately not working in this shithole, there's something wrong.
Well, then, Bartowski. If you return,
Because places like that are for people with no ambition.
Oof.
They are though, aren't they?
Well, no, it could be someone who's fallen on hard times.
But none of these people have ambition. Morgan does later and leaves. And then comes back. The Lesters. Chuck Stabler Hawes. That's brilliant. I'd rather have the Lesters though.
Heard Big Mike did on a gauntlet, just want to combine said love to help. But A, I lack the skill set, and B, old computers give me the willingness. You have no idea how much courage it's taken just to stand here. I'm really proud.
Why would old computers freak you out?
I bring you news. What? Your lady's here. If I'm not overstepping my bounds. Looking good.
Is that overstepping bounds? It's pretty close. But he didn't say anything particularly
Well, no, he just said that she was looking good. It's not really.
egregious for it. Yeah, but she's just wearing a uniform.
Give me a kiss.
I'm sorry, what?
We've been on 3 dates. We have to sell it.
Oh, she's tiny compared to him, isn't she?
I'm not really good with beating it.
He's what, 6'3"?
Yeah, he's a
I think we
tall boy.
discovered that in episode 1.
Yeah, I'm not overly fond of the old PDA. Morgan.
He is so in. This is. Hey, whoa. Okay, whoa. Why don't we give the kids a little privacy?
He just pushes him over.
He's done that multiple times now.
Well, it's Morgan, innit? You know, he's pushable.
Next time you need to talk to the subject. Appreciate it.
Relax. I wouldn't dream of starting without you, Agent Casey.
Mom, Dad, can we get on with it? I have hard drives to fix.
Yep.
Why are these people sleeping?
They're not sleeping.
Sleeping.
They were killed, Chuck, and we want to know why.
Honestly.
I have no idea.
We'll look again.
I would rather not. It's kind of creepy.
oh, sorry. I was gonna take a nap.
I'll come back in 5. Kind of call dibs on the couch.
He called dibs on the couch. La Ciudad.
Chuck, what did you see?
I'm not totally sure.
See, going back to something that was brought up in the last episode, I don't really understand the context for that flash.
Why?
Because I think
The
Because
picture.
you just,
Yeah, it's
well,
like
yeah, you just kind of saw it. There was nothing else brought up about it.
yeah, that painting must match an entry in the intersect.
So proud of you. We're gonna
It's just so odd how it works because it seems to change frequently.
you're moving up in the world, huh?
Oh god, that was creepy.
Second of all, you can ease up on the enthusiasm. It's only a $2 an hour raise at an electronics store, and it doesn't even give me my own parking space.
See, Chuck knows.
considering leaving the buy more for a real profession?
Real profession. Sorry, I'm gonna need clarification on that.
You went to Stanford, for God's sakes, Morgan.
Right, and was unceremoniously expelled senior year. Sorry
Oh,
for
that's
that.
harsh.
I think we roasted about our
I mean,
His goals or your goals?
Great question.
I think we've not addressed the fact that Ellie's making cupcakes right in front of Morgan, and Morgan's just eating the carrot.
We're glad to hear you.
Morgan would be all over those bad boys.
He's right. This is a high priority.
He'd at least nick one.
It's the most elusive and dangerous arms dealer in the world.
Last anyone heard, MI6 had Condon had to drop him, but he vanished.
Well, if he turns up, we'll just take him down at the auction.
Not so easy.
We have no idea what he looks like. Photographs. No one has ever seen La Ciudad or just lived to tell about it.
So we'll bring the intersect. Everything we know about La Ciudad was fed into that computer.
No way.
Well, yeah, I mean,
He has no field
he-
experience or training.
it's kind of what it's for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Way too scary.
You have to take him.
Chuck can't leave the buy more. We're still finding ourselves.
No offense, Morgan, but I think my brother has spent quite a few years finding himself, and he's definitely proven that his place in life is not at the buy more.
You don't understand. He is a fragile little gelding. You know, still trying to find his legs. The real world will crush him.
I definitely feel like at this point he would have had a lot more training.
What, as in from the CIA?
Yeah, or the NSA.
He'll be fine.
Just if he was supposed to eventually be a field operative, you would think they would have already started training him.
Well, he wasn't, was it? They're working on ways of getting the intersect out of his head, and then when that goes tits up, they basically try and kill him.
As far as I'm concerned, dude, you're way off the reservation.
So they're not in that phase yet. They're not interested in training him as an operative. They just want the intersect out of his head.
Great, but my wetsuits are the dry cleaners.
That is a terrible idea.
It still seems odd to me,
I agree, and I am.
putting him in the field with no training at all.
Well, Chuck hasn't said
Well, I think that was just out of necessity, wasn't it? They needed someone with intel on La Ciudad, and the intersect was the only thing with intel on La Ciudad.
You see what you're doing here?
I suppose.
Congratulations. Just got your first mission. All right. Hope you're ready for the real world.
You'd nail that window shut. After that, we would just case his head in corner of your room. You'd nail that window shut.
These apartments always confuse me because it seems like later on Ellie has an upstairs. You know, when they move into the other apartment?
Yeah, into the one across the way. Well, maybe some of the apartments in there are multiple stories. You know, it depends on the design of the compound. They never really go too far into it, do they? Well, that was the first occurrence of the intro, wasn't it?
Sneakers, or are we classifying this as more of a shoe event?
We rented you a tux.
Oh, that's very nice. How did you know my size?
NSA. Have records of your rental information from prom night. I checked the suit in your closet.
Okay, this is my first foray into major undercover spy work, so you could ease up on the sarcasm. That would be great. And how am I supposed to recognize La Ciudad? Is there a picture or something?
If there's a photograph, why would we need you?
He's got a point.
Just talk about it.
I'm sorry. One of us is when you got triggers flash.
See, that's all you have to
Yeah,
say.
he is a little bit over sarcastic considering Chuck has absolutely zero training.
You can take me through?
Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna
It's just very blunt.
happen. Assuming you know how to tango.
Seriously?
I don't joke about your life.
Chuck, your girlfriend's here.
He's such a great character, he's just straight to the point.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Look at her, she's actually wearing pants for a change. She's not wearing those inappropriately short skirts,
Thanks, Queen.
as I think Morgan puts it.
We're actually going to an art auction at the Wilshire Grant.
Oh, swanky. Yeah, I like it, man. Aren't we moving a little too fast now?
And he's just walking out of work.
Hey,
with the
Big Mike will be happy about that.
as simple as possible without revealing true personal detail. Any thoughts on the name?
Big Mike's not happy about anything unless it's chicken teriyaki.
Easy to remember.
Oh, Sable.
Graduated with honors from Stanford, runs a hugely successful software company, semi-retired, and is considering entering America's Cup.
Done this before?
Let's just say, Mr. Carmichael and I share a small kinship.
How's that?
When I first entered Stanford, it's kind of where I envisioned myself being by now.
I think everyone's had that. I mean, they've had an idea of where they want to be
So what happened?
My life took a little detour.
within, you know, a space of time, or at least in
Yeah.
the future.
Tests under my bed, who was kind enough to alert me.
Well, it also changes.
Did you steal the test?
Well, you would think it would anyway.
In person.
Well, yeah, of
I
course
don't-
it does,
you-
but I
you
think
think,
everyone has a Carmichael in them.
Yeah, definitely.
The person they want to be rather than the person they are.
Sent me a whole database of government secrets.
Even people who have it good probably do.
Probably, yeah.
Danger and anxiety, so I'd say we're even.
Don't worry about tonight. No reason to be nervous. I'm not going to leave your side.
Me, nervous, never.
Your hand is a little moist.
It does that when I'm freaking out.
He's freaking out a bit early.
He says, do you know how to tango?
I don't get moist hands.
Oh, no reason. I have a date tonight. I thought it might come
Is that a weird thing to say?
Tangoing on a date? That's definitely new territory.
Well, if he had moist hands, he has got moist hands.
My comfort zone extends to the end of that.
My hands just don't sweat. I've never really thought about it that much.
Someone say tango?
Look at this shiny man.
Captain Awesome, I'll look it up online. Would you please put on something, a robe or something?
Es nuestro brother en Buenos Aires. Many night tengo una wings y ritas pantalones.
Get an iPod Classic, fuck me. I thought
Okay,
Ellie just
if you
stood
were
in
going to be
background watching.
dancing, if you were going to be dancing with your girlfriend's brother, you would 100% put more clothes on.
Nah, it's Captain Awesome. Yeah, if he was bollock naked, you'd still do it. She's fine with it. It's like, yeah, go for it. Cup his tit. And he's telling his bonsai tree to shush. I love that dress. And that, what even is that? Is that a pen with a knife in it? That's it, just strip off.
And go.
There's no way he's going to break the 2-minute record.
I mean, considering his the Mac guys, he's doing an awfully good. I don't know, what is he doing in there?
He's kind of just fumbling around with his hands.
And he left you all here.
Good leadership. Real good. Well, shouldn't be too difficult to get these done by morning. I'll leave the coffee pot on.
Done. What are those? Morgan, what are those?
Oh, that Harry Tang. He's such a villain.
This is for you.
He was good in Dexter.
Watches a GPS
Yeah, I heard he was in Dexter. I've never actually seen Dexter.
and if you flash on
Wow, that is an ugly watch.
and then stay out of the way.
I don't like square watches.
No, I'm not ugly. I don't mind square watches, but that's not square. It's a rounded square. It's weird. It's got fat edges.
Still a fucking square.
Assuming you know how to tango.
I did some preparation, okay? I wouldn't call myself an expert.
Why would you need to know how to tango? Is that code?
No, no. You told me that I needed to know how to tango.
That laugh, though.
Spy humor.
I think I've already said this in both of the first 2 episodes, and I think I'll probably say it in every episode to come. I love Casey.
I know, he's
He's the best character.
Look at these fucking quitters.
I'm off by 8, hammered by 8:05.
Who gets hammered in 5 minutes?
Me.
Especially not Jeff. He must have an immunity to booze at this point.
Speak for yourself.
Interesting.
I'm out of here.
I gotta go.
Anna? Okay, fine.
So I think we've just learned there that Anna is a bit of... She swings both ways.
Harry Tang. Have I got your attention now? Good. Because you know what that means? No more 2 2-hour lunch breaks. No more Xbox tournaments.
Who has a 2-hour lunch break? I had a 2-hour break at uni once. I nearly killed myself.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I can't come home in that time, so I'm just sat on campus trying to think of something to do.
Yeah.
It's awful. An hour I can deal with, but not two. Can't be doing.
How did he even manage that?
I have no idea. That is a
It's
well hidden
inside
stain.
his jacket.
Wash it off. And Chuck, stop saying that you're a spy.
I know it helps if you don't actually say that you're a spy. You're supposed to be inconspicuous.
He managed to stain like underneath his jacket.
What is? Oh, hey, that's the guy.
Do we know each other?
No. No, not that I know of. Sorry.
Oh, he's suspicious. He's suspicious. He's onto you, Chucky boy. They're just both staring at him as he comes out of the bathroom. That's it, just give away you are. Idiots.
That's how spies do.
Yeah. I hate those shirts as well, where only the corner of the collar folds down. It's like, mate.
You know, mission accomplished. Time to go.
No. We'll get a drink, boy.
Wait at the bar? Okay. You go do what you do. I'm gonna be at the bar waiting there, covering that whole area.
What is her name? Is it Milena?
Drink, sir.
I
don't
love that.
remember.
I'd like a martini bar. Keep shaken and stirred. Thank you. Would you like a cherry with that?
Sure.
Chuck Bartowski? No. Name is Carmichael. Alan Waterman. Stanford. Hey, how are you? Hey, great. I don't know if you heard. I sold out of my software company. I'm kind of unemployed. Problem is, I'm too young to retire. I'm too rich to work.
You're never too young to retire. If you've got the monies, you can retire whenever you want.
You were fixing computers or something? Yeah, you know, just kind of weighing my options right now. You know, I may be getting a managerial position at electronics conglomerate. So, you know. Well, I always knew you'd make something of yourself. Who you here with? Oh, my date. She's right over there. Whoa. She's with you?
He's wearing braces. Who wears braces?
Ouch. We have a very open relationship. Well, hey, give me a call. You know, if you need help with the whole job thing, I know people. I bet you do. Yeah.
You take him up on that.
He said braces, I was looking in his mouth.
No, it's suspenders.
Yeah, no, I understand now, but I was looking at the mouth.
I love how he just immediately blurts out whatever he flashes on. It's no self-control at all.
That's dangerous.
Super hot, even for me.
It's obvious, dude. She's a pro.
Are you kidding? You think Chuck could afford her if she was a pro?
Alright, you know what, guys? No crapping about, alright? Break down the
So there we go. That's at least some validation of what we were saying in the last episode.
Now, play later, okay? We got hard drives to fix. Look at this place. Come on, let's go.
If that was a computer that they were supposed to be fixing, why would they just leave it as a doorstop, especially with the side panel off?
I don't know.
It just seems dangerous.
I also love that a lot of these PCs are the kind of PCs that was designed to be used flat. You know, vertically, like horizontally, like a drum.
Yeah.
Rather than like every PC these days, which is designed to be stood up vertically, because it takes less room. You can just tell you how old those PCs are. It's like, mate, no, you can't sell those. They're not worth anything. Just set them on fire and move on. Like a dog. Oh.
You see, I would be surprised if I didn't know that you knew every bloody line.
I didn't actually remember that that's what he said. That was just a very nice coincidence. Oh, there was a picture that is flashed on twice. Although he flashed on the frame that time, didn't he, rather than the picture? Because they didn't see the frame in the picture, in the newspaper, should I say, rather than in the picture.
Beautiful painting.
What's that? Yeah. Beautiful painting. Yeah, it definitely has a quality about it. Very, I would say, Bob Rossian in its influence.
Who?
Bob Ross. Bob Ross. You know Bob Ross?
But I don't.
Yeah, he said Bob Ross too many times then.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you didn't know anything about art, the last thing you would do is say, yeah, it's very inspired by Bob Ross, and it's like anyone who knows anything about art would be like, yeah, this guy's a fucking idiot.
So you don't like the painting?
No, it seems very lovely. I'm more interested in the frame, but you don't.
Oh,
So sorry.
triggered her.
So sorry. Work never leaves you alone. I'm in the software game, so.
So you were saying about the frame?
Nothing. It doesn't really actually matter. Sorry.
Champagne?
Sure, yeah. Thank you.
It's a very sparkly dress she's wearing. Christ, that earring's massive.
What's your real name and who do you work for?
Why do none of these like assassins and bad guys? Why are they all really attractive women when they're women? It's like they never have any Ugo assassins, do they? What? They don't.
Yeah, okay, it's true.
Like the way that guy stood behind Sarah just looks bored. It doesn't look like he's holding someone hostage. He just looks bored.
Mr. Carmichael.
Please. Chuck.
Chuck, I think your hand is supposed to be on my hip.
Right.
I love how Captain Awesome didn't teach him how to lead.
Would you mind leading?
Not at all.
I mean, she seems like the kind that would take charge anyway, so. Did Casey kill the guy that was holding Sarah? Oh no.
Don't think so.
There we go. She's got to expose at least some leg for the fan service.
Everyone take a deep breath. I'm putting down my gun and I'm getting my identification.
That dress is going to be dirty now. He's loving that.
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. We've been pursuing an arms dealer through 5 countries.
Let me guess, less you got.
That's right. MI6 intercepted a painting with plutonium.
Look how enthusiastically he grabbed those butt cheeks.
And kept the auction in the hope of luring Seattle.
When Chuck flashed, why didn't it have the intel that he was MI6?
It must be because he's undercover as an arms dealer, and the Brits and the Americans, at least at this, well, I imagine in this universe, don't have a reliable communication channel, so they don't share intel.
I suppose.
I mean, to be honest, that kind of, exists in the real world as well, because they have notoriously insecure communication channels between UK and US intelligence services.
Anyways, what, brown hair, 6'1", does that help at all?
What line of work are you in, Elena?
Why are you so interested, Mr. Carmichael?
No reason, just making conversation.
Excuse me, sir. Are you Chuck Bartowski?
Who, me? No.
There you go, and we get Morgan there, just fucking rumbling him while he's
He's
undercover.
always caught in lies. Whenever he lies about his name or his identity, he's always like caught up in it. Someone always like figures it out.
But there's always someone else who drops him in it.
Yeah.
Like Morgan there. And that big bloke who just carried him off, he was in My Name is Earl, actually, as Wally Panzer. And he was fucking enormous in that as well.
I don't think his size changes based on what he's in.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not just tall, he is huge. Fuck it, I love Jeff so much.
You have to be some bad friends to actually leave him.
Well, they're not friends, are they? They're just dickheads who work at the Bimo.
I like how they're both in red.
Yeah. Well, he's in red and black, I suppose.
Let's start with an easy one. What's your real name?
Carmichael. Charles Carmichael. Chuck Bartowski.
That wasn't so hard.
Okay, you can't risk the gonads.
I want you to think long and hard about my options here. There's the old favorites.
He just came.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got the most uncomfortable erection right now.
Or we can chuck you off the balcony. Chuck. Probably meant
He pulls some funny faces. I love him. He's such a good actor.
not a good way to go. So, here's my question.
I wonder if that's a real scar. I don't think it is, but it could be.
Who do you work for?
The one on her neck?
Yeah.
I doubt it. It was necessary for the Flash, wasn't it? So
that was an extremely good lie.
What is?
Well, I mean, now he's just telling the truth, but the way he blended in the lie of him sneaking into the party to impress a girl with the fact that he actually works in a Bimo, you know, those are the best kinds of lies.
No intention of bidding on it.
Me? Bid on? No, not unless they were selling it for $25. I mean, that's about what I have in my decorating budget.
Okay. Tell me how to fix a computer, Chuck.
Let's see what bullshit they pull out of their ass for this. It's got a GPS Citizens watch.
I'm assuming we're talking about a PC here, right? Is your memory dedicated?
That's enough.
Is your memory dedicated?
is it?
Fucking. That means nothing. All memory is dedicated. The only time memory is shared is when using an RGPU, which is not a video card.
Goodbye, Mr. Bartowski. Enjoyed our tango.
Look at him with a smile on his face. In case he shouldn't smile. They thought he was shooting at anything.
Shelly, they know about the Cayman. I surrender.
Poor thing. What kind of henchman can't even reload a pistol properly?
Well, I think it jammed.
Well, then he's not maintaining his weapon properly then. A properly maintained pistol should never jam.
Okay, 2 more seconds and I'd have been dead. They were gonna throw me off the balcony.
You tell them you work for us?
Of course not. Where the hell were you guys?
You're still alive. I consider myself lucky. I'll get you out of the country.
First, we take him out.
I mean, yeah, you probably believe what he was saying when you found his ID card with his full name and, you know, his place of work on it.
Well, she didn't share anything with him. Like, she didn't tell him who she was. So,
no.
Why would she need to take him out unless it's just because he saw her face?
Because she doesn't know exactly who he is, but because he knows who she is, basically, he knows she's La Ciudad, and because no one has seen La Ciudad and lived, she has to kill him, otherwise someone will have seen her, and then we'll be able to identify her, and then, you know, shit goes south, because she'll just get picked up at the next Interpol station or wherever she escapes to.
Did you use Tango?
Oh yeah, we tango. In fact, we tango quite a bit. But Austin taught me the woman's part of the tango, so it was a little difficult as one might.
He never puts on clothes.
Would you if you look like that?
Yeah, I was on the
True.
receiving end of that tip.
He's a specimen.
And on that note,
That.
I'm not getting off that easy. Why won't you talk to me?
it's complicated. Okay, just let it go.
Fine. You don't want to talk to me? I suggest you find someone to talk to, like maybe your idiot friend who's called about 75 times.
You can really
Oh
feel
shit,
the
he's
chemistry.
still trapped in the cage.
Yeah, of course he is, because it's Morgan. But you can really feel the chemistry between them, can't you? It's like you can really believe that Ellie is Chuck's sister. Look at him there. This is
Well,
Shawshank.
yeah, that's one of the things I really like about this show is they're all amazing actors, and everyone just meshes together perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay. Settle down. It's all good. It's all good. What happened?
Tang showed up.
That's why I don't get how it even came close to cancellation.
Well, you know what networks are like?
You don't know how to fix a computer.
It's just such a good show, and they managed to dance between all the genres like comedy and drama, and they just mesh it perfectly.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be nice to do something to
But that's.
There's not a lot of shows that can pull it off.
But I think the problem with television is usually the better something is, the more niche it is.
Is it just because it's like the character's not super relatable?
Probably. Well, it is to people like us because we're from a computing background. But yeah, to a lot of people, it's just he's just a nerd with a computer in his head. You know, why would I watch that? And I don't think they get.
It even has like all the romance and stuff in there.
Well, yeah, but I don't think people would give it enough of a chance to see that. They just see the nerd with a computer in his head and switch off because it's not fucking Love Island or something.
And you're only as good as your team. First rule of management: always take credit.
Fucking Mike. You can't sell all this crap.
Alcoholic beverages.
Nothing wrong with a man wetting his whistle every once in a while. Keep it out of the store, but
Yeah.
See, Mike's alright. He's
Top boss.
See, I'd get extra points for style.
You look like a waiter. Kiss ass.
Was I scared? Yeah, I was.
What an asshole.
Harry Tank.
A desire to live. Good news is I may be able to retire off this, alright? I talked to Big Mike. I told him he'd be here for my attorneys. That cage is a major fire hazard.
That cage is a major fire hazard, yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm working on it.
But Morgan's not got the stones to confront Big Mike like that.
So I'm going to ask you very nicely, would you please ease up on the sarcasm?
Did you see that stuffed giraffe then?
Oh, I wasn't looking specifically, no.
It's next to Casey's shoulder. There's a stuffed giraffe on the shelf. You see its nose?
Is that his nose? It looked like a
Yeah,
foot.
that's its nose. And they've got an enormous tomato. He just fucking collapses to the floor. Yo, Casey knows. Casey knows the school. He can smell it.
Chuck, hiding from work again?
I dropped something. Go away, Harry!
Oh, you wish I would. I'm not anyone, Chuck. When you go to sleep at night, all you're gonna see is Tang in your face.
That is so disturbing. God, he is so big.
Okay, well, if he's in any kind of trouble, You have a visitor.
Oh, Tank's such a dick.
Well, maybe I can help you, sir.
That scar's changed shape.
It looks longer.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just the angle we saw it at.
I mean, no one would believe she's a delivery woman. I mean, those shots are way too short. I've never seen a delivery woman with shots that short. Oh, there was a Roboraptor then. Did you see it? I've not seen a Roboraptor. I had one of them.
I think Barry still does have one.
You fucking would. I mean, look at those shots. That's not practical work for a delivery person.
Morgan's just dobbed him in.
I know. He's fucking nightmare, Morgan.
Also, I like how excited you got over a Roboraptor.
Roboraptor's legendary, man. Hey, I do love a Roboraptor.
By the way, we are having a big sale on refrigerators, in case you didn't notice.
Oh, where is he? Where's Chuck Bertowski?
So I'm just a sales clerk.
Take it to him now.
Yeah, you don't. That's it, just headbutt the fist. He must
Forehead's harder than someone else's knuckles, so...
Casey's a Pachycephalosaurus. You just headbutt through things.
Well, you would. It might hurt, but your head's harder than their fist.
Yeah, but it's going to give him a headache. And Casey's grumpy enough as it is. So that TFT display on the floor though. Oh, he's being brave.
Oh, you got a big old guy. Thing that was so broken this morning.
I love it because there's a lawsuit involved. Big Mike gets it fixed in like 10 minutes.
Fucking hell.
You can't just chuck a microwave at someone.
You clearly can. That joke, oh my god.
I know. That is a good joke. I mean, and that I can believe more than the old chucking manhole covers at people in the Spider-Man game. Because I saw fucking Spider-Man sling a manhole cover at a guy and it didn't kill him. It's like, yeah, fuck off. It hit him in the head. If a manhole cover hits you in the head, there's probably not much left of your head. Never mind, you're still alive. Is the sock a good place to store a knife?
No.
Because they always have one in the sock, and it's like, that seems like it would nick. Or at least restrict movement.
Presumably there's some form of sheath in there.
Fucking hell. Knocked her out with a punched at face with handcuffs.
That's one benefit of using handcuffs as a blunt weapon. You can restrain someone afterwards.
Yeah, that would do some heavy damage.
You think it'd hurt your hand though a bit?
Oh yeah, it would. You're not getting out of that unscathed. You should get one for your apartment. Fucking Morgan, what's he like?
I'm really sorry, sis. I know that I've been kind of evasive. It's just that I didn't want to lie to you, and I chose not saying anything as being the lesser of two evils.
Why would you have to lie to me?
Ellie, I just need you to trust me and know that it has nothing to do with you.
Wait, you want me to bet
Get them sideburns.
No. I'm not saying that.
Legendary sideburns,
I just don't want to create a false sense of excitement for a relationship that seems doomed.
Why is it doomed?
Because she's not into me.
Trust me, I have seen the way that girl looks at you, and she is into you.
Really?
Look at that face.
None of my business.
Well, you wouldn't believe it, would you?
Okay, fine. What the hell? What do you want to ask me about Sarah?
Really?
You better hurry up. This offer will not last.
Okay. Do you like her?
He does.
one of my issues with the later seasons, when everyone finds out that he's a spy, it just feels more like there's less separation. Like I like, you know, the side where he's a spy and there's action, and then I like the side with the family and the drama. And
yeah, there's a good compartmentalization.
I like the balance between it because it gives two different.
Yeah, it shows two different sides of Chuck, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Where when they all cross over it,
into one.
Yeah.
And it's good character development. I prefer it the way it is earlier.
Yeah, me too, actually.
How do you feel about a brother-sister situation?
I'm open to it.
Sorry, I thought we had plans tonight. What is she doing here?
What gave you that impression?
Oh, when you were leaving earlier and you were like, see you later, dude.
He's always intruding, isn't he? I'm surprised he wasn't just lying on his bed.
Come on in.
Super. Awesome. What do we have?
I like the consistency with the bleeding lip.
I like the necklace. That's a nice necklace.
Okay? Occupational hazard. She got it, lucky kid.
It's a bruise, that isn't it?
Yeah, but it was bleeding earlier, is what I meant.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your first mission. You did really good, Chuck.
Stop it. I'm not really a spy. Your computer ended up in the head of a guy who only knows how to fix them, nothing else.
You survived
Well,
10 years
he's
of
not wrong.
experience under the threat of torture and apprehended one of the world's most elusive killers. I'm not sure what you think spies do exactly, but most of us would consider that a pretty good day.
Okay, sure. So today I helped take down a major international arms dealer, but
It helps that he's smart and he can think on his feet.
Well, yeah. But I think that's probably what pushes them to actually make the Intersect project a more permanent fixture.
Yeah.
Because if it was useless, then they probably would have put more emphasis on putting him down when they couldn't get it out of his head. Oh, he's so smitten.
I think they both are.
I don't think she is as much. Because,
I don't think she would admit it, but I think she is.
She likes him, but I don't think she likes him as
Well,
much
she even
as
says
she
later
does
that she fell in love with him when she first met him.
Yeah, but people lie though, don't they?
Yeah, but she would never lie to him.
She fucking would. She won't even tell him his a real fucking name.
See, by this point, I don't know how anyone can not be engrossed just by how good the TV show is.
Well, a lot of people won't watch it to this far in, will they? I mean, a lot of people, they might have caught the pilot and maybe got put off because it was a little rougher than the preceding episodes. Or they might have just caught the odd episode mid-season and they didn't get it because they didn't have any of the build-up from the previous episodes. Or maybe they just, maybe they're just judgmental. First impressions count for a lot.
Agreed.
But it is what it is. And on a sad note, on the day we are recording this, it is Zachary Levi's birthday, so happy birthday to the big boy.
It's the big Chuck boy.
It is the big Chuck boy. Have you anything to add?
It should be a national holiday. It should be Chuck Day, 29th of September. Everyone should celebrate Chuck.
I don't think we could spring that. I think if you posted it on the Chuck subreddit, they'd probably agree with you, but you'd have to make it an unofficial thing.
Nah, there's a donut day. I think we can get a Chuck Day.
Donuts are more widespread and far-reaching than Chuck is. But they're not as good. I never said they were. Didn't change the fact that we've got a much smaller audience.
Anyway, I think we'll end the episode there. Thank you for listening, and please, wherever you find this, if you would leave us some feedback, that would be great. We are only on episode 3. We do plan on doing the entirety of Chuck, from season 1 to season 5. So any feedback would be great. We will take that into what's the word?
Consideration.
Yeah, there you go. It just completely skipped my mind. We will take all the feedback into consideration and try and apply it as we can. So any feedback would be appreciated. And thank you for watching. Or listening, rather.
Well, I suppose you could do either. I don't know why you'd watch it, because it's
well,
just
you
a black
would
screen.
watch along with the show whilst listening.
Yeah, that's the only way we can do it.
Thank you and goodbye.